really explain it, bro. If you can break PRs consistently and you've been training for years, is it not worthwhile?
Here's my key, philosophy. A freak like me just needs infinity.
What's going on? John here, the supplement advisor. So today's review is on a very special one. It is on Apollon Nutrition's Triumph. Big thank you to Next Level Supplements here in South Africa, who exclusively stock Triumph and Bare Knuckle from Apollon Nutrition. And if you are staying in South Africa, you can use my discount code TSA10 to save yourself a little bit of something, because yeah, I mean, it's not cheap, of course. But with that being said, we're going to find out why, or if Triumph is actually worthwhile, and if it's actually worth the price tag. Price tag is very hefty, being 1,500 Rand. But with that being said, let's get further into it. If you know anything about Apollon Nutrition, you know that they really do some great formulations, great products. Rob is obviously very passionate, and yes, I mean, over the years, he's created some amazing formulations, and of course, the most noteworthy products are obviously the different assassins that he's done, which are absolutely amazing. I've used two variants, can't remember exactly what versions, but they were freaking phenomenal. It's a very great formulation. Assassin is more your hard hitter. Hooligan is more of your overall pre-workout. And what I love about Rob and his formulations is that each and every single year he improves. But I was very surprised to see this actually come out, and I was obviously very amped and excited. Next Level do apparently have some more surprises coming in this year, and I don't know if they're going to bring anything else from Apollon. Hopefully they do. I would definitely love to see a few other products from Apollon Nutrition here at Double Impact. Definitely Assassin I would love to see here. Let's get back to this review about Triumph and what it is. So Triumph is essentially your creme de la creme when it comes to a pre-workout. There are 21 ingredients up in the mix, and a serving size of a hefty 27 grams. Now guys, let's just say the 27 grams isn't compromised of just 10 grams of citrulline and freaking 10 grams of beta-alanine and thrown in a few stems. No, this is really a well thought out, methodical, premium pre-workout. And yeah, bro, there's so much in this ingredient panel. I'll just give a very brief analysis on each and every single compound and what it essentially does. Probably going to be quite a long one, and I mean, you can't really make this one short. It doesn't deserve to be short because it is such a killer ass pre-workout, and I mean, literally no expense was spared, as you guys can tell by the patent panel. And this isn't all of it, I don't think, up on the side, but just the way it is laid out. I mean, like, label aside, it looks phenomenal. It looks epic, like literally next level. So 15 patent or trademark ingredients up in the mix, and I even got the man's name on top. Whoa. So this is definitely a collector's item nonetheless. So let's get straight into the ingredient profile. So firstly, we got a very big dose of L-citrulline, and I like it. It's not citrulline malate, so pure L-citrulline, 8 grams. This is great for vasodilation and also recovery. Then we got your carnosine, patent form, beta-alanine, 3.2 grams clinical dose, helping with recovery and also performance. Then we got your arginine nitrate as NO3T, the patent stuff, bro, 3 grams. That is a big dose that will obviously help with vasodilation and obviously synchronize really nicely with L-citrulline. Then you got a whopping 3 grams of L-tyrosine. Now guys, I love L-tyrosine compared to acetyl L-tyrosine, just because I just find it works better. And obviously a 3 gram dose is massive, and a 3 gram dose really works wonders. So that's it. That will obviously help with cognitive function, focus. Then you got your beta power, which is a patent form of betaine anhydrous, helps with muscle protein synthesis, also vasodilation. Then you got your beta phenylphthalein as thin-phen. PA has been shown to help improve mood, antidepressant effects there as well. So that is there as a stimulant at a very hefty 750 milligram, usually 500 milligram, but 750 milligram, above and beyond here with this formula. Alpha size 600 milligrams. Remember, the standardization is 50%, so 300 milligrams of alpha size, which is really awesome. I really do love it, and it does work nicely, especially when you got your antidepressant effects of your thin-phen, plus also the mood enhancements of tyrosine at a whopping 3 grams. So the intensity of the entire formulation, and it's at a very high dose. It is a very high dose, so you can expect to sweat a lot and also have some fat loss properties thrown in there as well. And then you got your caffeine anhydrous, 350 milligrams. Now this is still a really good dose because you got to think of the other stimulants in the mix, and obviously caffeine helps with mood enhancement, energy, and focus. Then you got an extra 300 milligrams. Now, what I love about the extra is shown to work perfectly fine without caffeine, but with caffeine, it works a lot better, and this helps with your performance and cognitive function too. And then you got your Neuro PEA at 300 milligrams. Now again, guys, you got to think you got your fast-acting Tinfin and you got your Neuro PEA, which obviously are both stimulants. So this is like, let's not forget about this. This is just, it hits every single like target it's meant to hit and more. But with Neuro PEA, what I like about it is that again, it is a stimulant, and again, it does really work well with caffeine and other stimulants too. So you can expect ultra clean, consistent energy. And then Rodeo Prime, which is of course your rhodiola extract, and this is your patent form of it, 300 milligrams. What I like about rhodiola in general, it is an adaptogen, and it also helps with immunity and performance. So a really great ingredient, and we are seeing it used more and more often, and for good reason. Then you got your Elevate ATP, 150 milligrams. Elevate ATP helps directly boost strength, and again, clinical dose. Then you got your Zoom XR. This is your targeted release caffeine, and this helps give less of a crash, which is normally associated to just plain old caffeine. So there is a methodology behind this, guys, because as we do know, this does have your tried and true caffeine anhydrous, a few other sims, and with the Zoom XR, it should help satiate the caffeine release throughout giving you less of a crash. It's called Cognate Q, which is your coffee fruit extract. Has a whole bunch of mental health benefits. 100 milligrams is inactive, 100 milligrams, which is your Panax notogenesis extract. So this is a great recovery boosting ingredient that we've seen more and more often in products in general, which I really do like, because again, this product right here covers a lot of bases that we didn't even know we needed, which I really do like. Then you got your Canaese, 50 milligrams. So Cetilium Tortesium, hope I'm saying it right. I first came across this ingredient quite a few years ago when I was suffering with anxiety, and it really does help because it does have anti-anxiety effects, and obviously with a lot of stimulants in the mix, it can obviously help calm down the initial ill effects of too many stimulants. I'm not saying that this does have too many stimulants, but obviously there's a lot. It's more than your usual pre-workout, so this can help as a buffer to fight against any anxiety that you may feel, and also help lessen any post-workout crash that you may or may not have. So that's the 50 milligrams. And lastly, to end this off, it's a crazy ass matrix. You got your estrogen, 50 milligrams. This helps with absorption, which is definitely needed with 21 active ingredients. Bro, that is the label. Now, it's not to say that the more ingredients there are, the better the pre-workout is, because more often than not, there has to be a synergy, and more often than not, more doesn't equate to better. Like, perfect example will be Rise supplements and the Godzilla pre-workout, which I found was not good at all. Too much taurine just made everything just very much dull, in my opinion, and I felt more sleepy than energized on that pre-workout. So initially I was just a bit worried about this, but then I saw, hey, there's no taurine, sweet, you know, because that's normally a filler for most pre-workouts. So anyways, this is Sex on the Beach flavor, and firstly, guys, I was very surprised by the flavor. Now, not to say that Apollon Nutrition doesn't do flavors good, they have obviously improved over the years, but with so many ingredients, I was like, you know, if this tastes bad, I ain't gonna complain. But this one actually tastes really good, in my opinion. A lot better than some of the other hooligan pre-workout flavors I've had. And with that being said, you do taste a nice tropical vibe in here. You taste a bit of mango. I do really like it. It's quite a rich, well, not a rich flavor, it's quite a thick kind of consistency, and as you guys can imagine, with 21 ingredients it would be. So for me, flavor, I gave this a resounding 8.5 out of 10, which is really great. How does this one work? That's why you guys are watching. Okay, well, firstly, I would say this is not cheap, as you guys know. So many patents. I know Rob does not miss when he does his formulations and his products. So when I saw this, it was pretty much a surprise, because in my mind, all his products he does are premium, and I was like, how can he get any more premium than he does? And then he rolls up with this Triumph right here, and Triumph is loaded to the brim, absolutely insane. So it is, as I said, the creme de la creme of pre-workouts, in my opinion, because it's all the patents that we've seen, we've heard, we talked about, and maybe not necessarily we've had them all in one pre-workout, but this is essentially it. Like, most of the patents that are used in pre-workouts, etc., are in here. It was an experience like you can expect from Apollon. It worked immediately. My workouts were probably the best I've had. Quite literally the best I've had. It's not the same ride as more of your hard hitters, because this does hit hard, don't get me wrong, but it's not to the point of the gray area pre-workouts out there, obviously being your cracks. But this is a different experience. This is like, you know, like a classy experience. It's like, I can't really explain it, bro. And I think that's what this is. It's like an amazing product that if you use this and you can make this last, I think it is worthwhile. But if this is something where you plan to use every single day and within a month it's done, it can get pricey. It can really get pricey. But is it worth the price tag? I'll say so. Yes, it is. And I'd say that just because if you can break PRs consistently and you've been training for years, is it not worthwhile? I think it is. So with this, what I felt straight off the bat is that it is a nice constant flow of energy throughout your workout, and there are a consistent amount of PRs broken throughout that. It's not just initially you break a few PRs and then your workout fades away. This is like a consistent flow, which I really do like. So with more of your hard hitters out there, you're going to notice that your first initial lifts you do are great, compounds are great, you're hitting them off the wall, and thereafter probably your midpoint you start fading away and things are just going bleh. But with this, it's like a nice constant build up from start to finish, where it's just you stay on like a constant point. You elevate and you stay. It's not like you elevate here and then you just dip until, you know, you just go home and sleep. So that's where this is the beauty of this. It's a constant rise without any real fall. So I did experience a slight bit of crash post workout, but then again, I think if you're exerting so much and you are literally going out and crushing PRs, you are going to feel really tired because you're exerting yourself past the point of return. Sorry, that was a bit of a brain F. So like all these factors, bro, there's just so many factors within this pre-workout. Like all I just want to say is just freaking buy it, bro. Like, going through financial tough times, like I always do. But with this, I made a plan. You know, this was something where I was like, bro, it is in South Africa, and it's something that maybe we won't ever see again. Being the pre-workout connoisseur that I am and supplement connoisseur, like, I wasn't gonna miss this, and it's just like next level. Honestly, it is next level, and no wonder it's all the next level supplements. So the pumps are constant; they are there, as you guys can imagine. 3 grams of nitrates alone with your inner 3T arginine, and then you got 8 grams of pure citrulline. Oh, and then you got your vasodrive. Bro, it's just like a pump city all the way to. That's all I'm gonna say as well. Like I did mention with the constant flow of energy, so too is performance, strength, pumps, focus. You there, you dialed in, you get to your workout. You know, you take less breaks in between to look on your phone, and you just go and you crush your workout, which makes this literally one of the best pre-workouts I've ever used. We all have our own preference. For me, this reigns supreme in like hitting every single category, like just bashing every category, to be honest. With so much going on, it maybe could hit a little bit harder. That's what I would prefer. Hit slightly bit harder, but then obviously there is Assassin for that. Is this something you can use every day? You can. It has no gray areas there, but I would say for the price tag too, you basically hit this at least once or twice a week, and obviously use maybe something cheaper throughout just to make this last. But if money is not an issue, you can definitely use this as a daily driver. I feel if you can handle a lot of stimulants and you're going through a lot in your life, I feel that you can, you know, you definitely can. So I would call this probably the best pre-workout I've used. But it's in its own category. Like there's nothing really else to compare it to other than probably your Rise Godzilla, which is just like loaded but doesn't work in my opinion. So that reigns obviously supreme. It's really like standing around top. But compared to other pre-workouts, still I think it stands by itself, and I'll call this literally one of the best pre's in existence. There's like no flaws, to be honest with you, except price tag. But then again, there has to be a product like this that exists that kind of, this is like, how can I say, like when you draw up a pre-workout and you try and make like a dream formula, like maybe you go and you customize like a car, Need for Speed back in the day, and you're like, oh, you wish it had this, you wish it had that, it looks outlandish, you never think it will happen, then boom, next thing they make this thing into production, and you're like, whoa, I never knew I needed it, but I really do, because this shit is dope. And those who own it, they know what's up. They know what's up. It's almost like getting like probably a limited edition, like RS6 ABT. You know, there's so few out. It looks ridiculous. It's so expensive, but those who have it will know what's up. And I think it's the same with this. Like, I know what's up with this because I got it. And this shit is insane. It's intense, and also tastes great. So basically, it misses nothing. I'll say this is definitely a collector's item in general, and obviously, I'll give this a crazy 9.5 out of 10. This is probably one of the longest reviews I've ever done too. I just can go on talking about it because it's that good. So just a big shout out to Rob. He really made a dream like product, a fantasy pre-workout. Let's call it. It's a fantasy pre-workout. Yeah, a fantasy pre-workout that lives up to expectations and hype. It's expensive as, but definitely worthwhile. If you guys want a next level experience and it is truly like patent filled quality as you guys can expect with no gray area substances, then this is definitely it. It just shows you don't always have to have gray area substances to have a killer ass session each and every single time. You get it while last here in South Africa at Next Level Supplements. Use my discount code again to save, and bare knuckles should be coming real soon. The best overall pre-workout you can buy in existence. So for me, rating 9.5 out of 10. Rob, amazing job. Thank you, brother. This is just extremely amazing. Next,